There have been a series of misconceptions about the ideals and the idea of land banking, and that is why you see people buy properties for 500,000 naira in Ekpe in January, and by June want to resell for 1.5 million naira. You see, there are certain things you do not know, and there are certain things people will not tell you. But on this channel, we tell you everything, and today we'll be exposing the idea of land banking, what it all entails, and provide an understanding of when and how your property appreciates and when you should be looking to resell. On this channel, we tell you as it is, and we tell you everything. I am Roto Patrick, and we continually give tips and gists. We discuss topical issues affecting the industry right here in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria. If you are seeing our content for the first time, do well to like our videos. When you do this, our contents reach greater audience and more people make informed decisions when they buy real estate anywhere in Nigeria. Do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button so that you get informed each time we drop a new content on this channel. You could also go through our past contents. We've discussed amazing topics. We've discussed issues that would help you stay safe in the industry, issues that would open your eyes, topics that would open your eyes to the working and the interplays in the real estate sector as it exists in Lagos, Nigeria. One thing for sure is you see our contents and you make informed decision. You see our contents and you will not fall to scam and cheap fraud. I am Roto Patrick, and today we'll be discussing land banking, what you should know and what you should expect from your land banking investment. Let us go. I'm going to start this by giving this analogy. Mr. John bought a property in Ibejulekki in 2022 for 500,000 naira. By 2023, June of 2023, Mr. John is back that he wants to resell his property for 3.5 million naira in the same Ibejulekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Mr. John's intention was to buy a land for land banking, and that was why he went to Ibejulekki to pick up a very cheap and affordable land, a land that will stay for a number of years, then he resells. The sudden urge from Mr. John came from the fact that the property he bought for 500,000 naira now sells for 3.5 million naira by the developer, by the same developer he bought from for 500,000. So Mr. John says if the company can sell for 3.5 million naira, then he should be able to resell for 3.5 million naira in June of 2023 for a property he purchased in 2022. Yes, he has seen the price increase a lot. He has seen that the price from the developer moved from 500,000 naira to 1 million naira to 1.5 million naira to 2 million naira and now pegged at 3.5 million naira. So he wants to sell at 3.5 million naira a land that was supposed to be for land banking. Now, Mr. John has been disturbing his agent to resell the land, and for so many weeks now, no interest has been made for the same property. Yet the company still sells at 3.5 million naira. But Mr. John cannot sell his property at 3.5 million naira. What has gone wrong? What has happened? Now, the real estate industry is an amazing one, and if you don't understand the workings, you would do things the wrong way. First and foremost, what is land banking? Land banking is simply a practice of buying undeveloped land with the intention to hold and resell or develop in future when value has been added to the land, when value has gotten to the area. So you buy a piece of land today and you hold it for a number of years, depending on how development gets into the area fastly, then you resell. Some might take 5 years, some might take 10 years, some might take 20 years. What Mr. John does not understand is land banking is not always in the short term. Land banking is always in the long term. You cannot buy a property in 2022 and want to resell in 2023 and call it land banking. You cannot buy a property in Igboyi Epe in 2022 for 500,000 naira, and in the space of 1 year you want to resell for 3.5 million naira. Nothing has happened in the same place. The land was as you bought it, the area is still undeveloped, but yet you want to sell it for 3.5 million naira. How can that happen? So Mr. John has actually been misinformed on the ideals and ideas of land banking. He has a very wrong idea, a wrong notion about land banking. Only if he knew that there are basic factors that one has to understand that affect land banking investment, and these factors are demand and time value. These two factors basically will determine when you should resell your land, the land you got for land banking, and how much you would sell and how much of profit you will make on your investment. Now, he felt that since the developer sold out at 3.5 or is selling at 3.5, then he also can peg his own at 3.5. He does not understand that a developer has a market already. He has an audience. The developer has soldiers on the ground to push his property. It is very easy for you to come across people that would want to buy a particular property at a certain price when you have close to 500,000 people pushing that property. You come online today, you see the same property, 3.5. You come tomorrow, 3.5. Another person pushing it. Everywhere you go, 3.5. The urge for you to buy will be there. The interest will be aroused. You would want to buy because everybody is saying 3.5 million naira. But a situation whereby you as an individual bought a land, and because price has increased and the developer is selling at 3.5, you want to sell at also 3.5, that will not happen. The property has not yet reached its maturity, and only time and demand will help it reach maturity. So when I mean time, I mean development, migration of people, expansion of the area, the provision of tarred roads, the provision of water, the provision of healthcare. All these are value that come with time, and migration of people with time is the basic reason why such value is added to the land, and appreciation then happens. Now, you can have a very good land in a very good location for sale, but if there is no demand for properties in that area, then you cannot just fix price. You cannot just decide, oh, you want to sell. You don't sell when there is no demand. You don't sell when there is no demand. Like, what you should understand is real estate developers fly on artificial demand. They create that demand, and they create the demand using their foot soldiers, their marketers. So you see their marketers come and buy this. At the same time, they are saying the same thing. Even when there is no demand for the land, they create that artificial demand within their target audience, and you'll see purchase starts happening. People start ordering, okay, I want to buy 2 plots, buy 3 plots. It starts happening. So there must be demand. You must create that demand. So for properties you bought for 500,000 naira, and in 2022 you want to sell for 3.5 million naira, you ask yourself, is there demand for this area? First and foremost, is there demand for lands in this area? If there are no demands for land in the area, you most likely will not even see someone that will buy your land for that same 500,000 naira you bought it, because nothing attracts people to the place, nothing attracts investors to the place, nothing attracts migration of people, nothing attracts businesses to the place. So why do you think you would sell something for 500,000 for 3.5 in a space of 1 year when no value has been added to that locality? So most people who have bought lands, in fact even some that have bought lands in the last 5 years, are coming back today to ask, oh, when can I resell? So that's why I did a particular video in the past, trying to expose people to the time I feel their properties will appreciate in value in Ekpe. So there must be demand for that property, and not just that, time as a value should have been added in the form of development, in the form of infrastructure, in the form of businesses, in the form of people's presence in these areas. So you don't just wake up to say, oh, I bought this property 5 years ago, now I think the developer sold out at 5 million naira, and this is after 5 years I should be able to sell for 10 times the value. It does not work that way. You would not see anybody to buy from you. You would not see anybody to buy from you. Even a developer that sold to you would not still buy from you. They would not still buy from you. The most they will do is they will put out your property back in the market. They will not buy from you and pay you. No, they will put it out. They will open sale for you and see if investors would want to buy at probably the price you want to sell. Until the developer gets interest from people, then they now pay you after they've sold it. So nobody is going to buy a land that you bought 500,000 naira last year now in Ekpe for 3.5 billion naira. Nobody, except the person that does not know anything about real estate, or person does not know about the area and the location you're buying. I did this video. I'm doing this content because so many people have contacted me. They want to resell some of their properties. In fact, most people that come to my DMs do not buy from me. They would have bought from other people, and they come and I help them with consultation and everything, and they tell me what they want to do. So, and in recent times, people have been coming, oh Patrick, I bought this property 5 years ago and I want to resell it. I bought this property 2 years ago and I want to resell it at this price. And I think they've been misinformed, because at the time they bought it, they actually were told that, oh, in 2 years you can resell 10 times, and that was all marketing gimmicks, that was all marketing strategy, and you fell for it. And it is not a bad thing, it is just that you've not waited for the time of maturity. So with these two factors, with time value and demand, then comes the maturity of your property. So you will have to wait a little longer, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, depending on when and where you bought your property, depending on the location, depending on the pace of development in that area. So before you decide to resell, ask yourself what development has happened in that land or that estate you want to sell. Ask yourself what developments has the government brought to that particular area you want to sell, 10 times the amount you purchased it. I visited Ekpe last week and I saw things, and I saw most estates people bought 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and I just laughed that, wow, they will arrest so many people. Nothing has happened. Projects have been abandoned, so that projects have been abandoned, and some people are coming back to want to resell that land 10 times the value they bought it like 5 years ago. It is not going to happen, except the person that wants to buy it does not see for themselves, does not see the land. Nothing will happen. You must understand that lands meant for land banking would only appreciate with time and with demand. With time and with demand. And when I mean time, I mean the presence of infrastructure, the movement or the migration of people into the area, the presence of businesses, the presence of healthcare and the likes. If not everywhere, but at least there should be significant development in the area. Until then, you cannot sell your property. You can definitely not sell your property, because not everybody wants to buy land for land banking. Not everybody wants to buy land for land banking. So if I have 5 million, I should not even be thinking of land for land banking in the next 10 years. No, I should be looking at a land that even if it will be for land banking, it will be for maybe a very short time, because you can with your eyes see the presence of development. There are areas like that. There are areas like that in Ekpe presently. There are places that your land banking maturity period would be maybe 20 years. There are areas that you will stay 2 years and you should be able to resell, or you should be able to build, because those ones you see for 2 years are the places that are already very close to development, like those areas in Temu and Puka. Those places, you know, oh, this place is close to major development. It's not far from the Prince Central Airport. It's not far from major developments. It's not far from filling stations. It's not far from church and mosque. Those places are places, okay, you can see development, you can see infrastructure, you can see good roads. You can now say, okay, in 2 years you should be able to sell this one at this particular price. Not you buying something in what do you call it, K2 Ekpe, or buying something in Igbunla or Igboyi, and you would want to resell in 2 years. No, nobody will buy from you. That is just a plain truth. They might not tell you this, but I will tell you on this channel. And with this, I feel I've exposed you and I've educated you on the ideals of land banking investment. Until we see again, do well to like our video, stay tuned to this channel, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification button, and when you do all this, you make our contents reach greater audience and more people learn and make informed decisions buying real estate. Until we see again, keep investing in real estate and make on see try to buy from me. I remain your boy and I remain your realtor. Until we see again, peace.